Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. The Sandigan Bayan has denied the plea of the Marcos family to recover their sequestered assets. These include a frozen trust account with a deposit of 55 million pesos and several sequestered properties and companies in the 200 billion pesos forfeiture case that was dismissed in 2019. Former First Lady Imelda Marcos and her daughter Irene Marcos Araneta stated that the sequestration in the complaint can now be lifted after the 2019 ruling. They also moved for the express declaration that the properties were not ill-gotten. The Sandigan Bayan, however, said in its ruling that the reasons cited by the Marcoses do not justify the issuance of such an order. And one industry group says that the government has to give farmers more access to cold storage facilities to avoid the wastage of agricultural products. Recently, the Agriculture Department reported that some 100,000 metric tons of onions went to waste in 2022 due to the lack of storage spaces. Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura Chairman Rosendo Sos said that spaces in cold storage facilities are usually already reserved by traders.
Yung cold storage kasi hindi ang reservation hindi 1 month. Kung nag-reserve ka ng cold storage, yung 6 to 7 months na yun, maski wala kang stocks na pinasok, babayaran mo yung cold storage. Kaya hindi kaya na magsasaka. Kaya yung mga traders ang kumukuha dun sa mga cold storage. Naiiwan talaga yung sa na walang espasyo ang mga magsasaka. So yun dapat ang solusyon na isolve ng ating Department of Agriculture.
Meantime, SINAG does not believe that there is an oversupply of tomatoes. The group's chairman, Rosendo Sos, said that there is a drop in the prices of tomatoes because of harvest season, and he cites the situation in Tarlac and Pangasinan, where supply is enough and the price is at 20 pesos per kilo. Recall that some farmers in Ifugao and Nueva Vizcaya had to discard their harvest due to oversupply, resulting in prices falling between 6 and 12 pesos a kilo, from 80 to 100 pesos per kilo just last December.
Pag lower than 10 pesos, lugi yung magsasaka. So dapat tulungan itong mga nag-harvest ng ganung kababa. So yung price kasi very fluctuating ang tomato talaga. Kasi kung sabay-sabay yung pag-harvest sa isang lugar, talagang babagsak. Kaya sinasabi natin yung planning with the national government, kailangan talaga natin para at least maayos kung yung stocks hindi basta-basta bumagsak.
In other news, around 1 million bivalent COVID-19 jabs are expected to arrive in the country by the end of March. The Health Department said the second-generation vaccines will come from the COVAX facility. The Health Department is also in talks with other countries that offer donations of bivalent shots. Priority groups will be determined depending on the supply that the country will receive. Bivalent jabs are said to provide better protection against strains of COVID-19 caused by new variants. And new data from abroad shows a possible link between Pfizer's bivalent vaccines and strokes. U.S. health officials said they detected the jab's link to ischemic strokes in people aged 65 and above. However, the rate of strokes observed in the vaccine database has slowed in recent weeks. Infectious diseases expert Dr. Ron Jean Solante explained that the link that was found is not conclusive.
And I think most of the observation here with the stroke is a very weak link, and alam mo naman, Ed, ang 65 years old, may mga comorbidities yan, no? May mga other factors that they consider. And it doesn't directly mean na ang bakuna is the one causing the stroke.
We'll be pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here on One News. I'm Sean Yao. The PNP reveals the five-man committee that will evaluate the courtesy resignations of high-ranking police officials. These are Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong, PNP Chief Rodolfo Azurin, former Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro, and Office of the Presidential Advisor on Military Affairs Undersecretary Isagani Nerez. The fifth one wishes to remain anonymous for now. Interior Secretary Benhur Abalos says that the committee will remain unbiased with the evaluations.
I am definite that this advisory group shall remain apolitical throughout the process of screening and in the end, penalize only those guilty and involved in the illegal drugs trade.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. President Bongbong Marcos is going on his 9th foreign trip, this time for an official visit to Japan from February 8 to 12. Manila is hoping to sign 7 agreements with Tokyo that involve humanitarian assistance, infrastructure, technology, and agriculture. Marcos is also scheduled to meet with Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, as well as Japanese Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako. The Foreign Affairs Department is coordinating with authorities in Myanmar after 8 Filipinos were arrested there. The 8 are being held for supposed immigration violations. The DFA is insisting that Filipinos should be allowed to leave immediately after completing the required processes. The Justice Department says that none of the 4 Japanese fugitives in the country will be deported today. The Japanese embassy had earlier requested for the immediate deportation of the 4, including a man called Luffy. Luffy is allegedly behind a string of robberies in Japan and is now in custody of Philippine immigration authorities. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Make a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.